I've got my return channels set up, and I've basically recorded a little performance, and I'll switch you over to that little section. Essentially, the melodica that I've recorded in two separate performances, and they're slightly out of phase, which kind of gives a nice effect actually. But they're split. Sorry, they're panned left and right slightly to give them a bit of width, and they are being sent to channel 5 and 6 stereo on the BigSix, and then the returns are coming from, let's minimize that, 9 and 10 and 11 and 12. Okay, and as you can see there, I did some tweaking. Reverb is slightly quieter, but the reverb gets really unruly, it seems. So it's very easy to get it to feedback, particularly with the LFO affecting the cutoff and resonance. It can get really too much. So this is coming in on 5 and 6. I could tweak that signal a little bit. There we go. And so yeah, so I've got those two. Let's just quit that. By the way, this is the melodica, 30 odd quid from Amazon, and yeah, it's cheap as fuck and it does the job. Quite enjoyable actually. Comes with a hose pipe, which is useful for the summer months. Yeah, so I've got the digital echo on. That was hitting the bass guitar, and again, stop it. Oh, for sake. The hose pipe has been very unruly, so I'm going to have to move it somewhere else. There we go. Digital echo on 9 and 10. I should mark these up. And spring amp on 11 and 12. You can see the signal coming in there. I've tweaked these a little bit. I've given them a little dB boost, and I've tweaked the volume, raised that a little tiny bit. It's still a little bit scratchy because I've got the resonance of the cutoff set and the LFO rate on random. So I'm trying to emulate that King Tubby stepped filter vibe. It's not quite there, but it's as close as you can get without spending a lot of money on outboard gear, which we're going to send the melodica recording into the two channels from 5 and 6 and play around with the effects. Bit of delay, bit of spring amp. And you can see getting roughly the same input on the return channels. Nice bit of dub on that. Okay. So I can stop that, and I'm going to put you back over to live and we'll check the recording. Okay, we're back in live. I've set the channels back to main instead of going to the BigSix on 5 and 6. And let's audition what we captured. Let's just hear that. You can hear the LFO on the spring reverb. And that's the digital echo. Rest of the track coming in. Nice bit of space echo style dubbing. Let's bring the piano back in. That's going to get a lot of treatment as well. But yeah, I will take you back to the pedal setup and we'll take a look at how I've got those set up. So I've got the input channels 5 and 6, the sends set to post, and I've also got the return channels set to post, post fader. And that seems to be the best option. But again, the whole point of this is if you've got any suggestions as to how I should be doing this, this is all very experimental, utilizing live with the BigSix mixer and interface and the two effects pedals. And I've seen various posts on YouTube about the Benidub pedals, you know, suggesting that you switch them from, you know, for instance, the spring amp pre-springs to post springs. I've currently got it in post springs, which is this button here. Post is, as far as I can tell, it's almost all of the effect, you know, fully wet. And it seems to be with the LFO rate and the LFO depth, it seems to be that you're just getting the LFO rate and the LFO depth, not so much of the reverb. So I'm keeping it in pre. The digital echo is using the output and not the dry wet output. I believe that is if you want to use it as an insert effect rather than send returns. I believe that is the way to go, but again, correct me if I'm wrong. And I've got the volume turned up fully on the digital echo, and I'm riding the fader, so I'm keeping that roughly under about 50%. And then for those really dubbed out, you know, space echo type delay trails, I'm increasing that and, you know, just playing it literally by ear. That kind of vibe with the fader. Replay that. I can show you the difference between pre and post, so I'm putting it into post. Yeah, again, very quick. So if you've got any comments, feedback, let me know. Let me know if there's a better way of doing it. Let me know if you've got any specific experience with send returns with the Benidub stuff. You know, for instance, should this be fully on full volume, dry to filter? I seem to get the best results around about 50%. The input, you can crank the input because I believe the input stage is more or less designed to clip, but correct me if I'm wrong on that. RTFM as ever. Cut off and resonance drastically alter the effect of the LFO, and I like it on random. Again, it's giving you that kind of faux King Tubby big knob style. But yeah, let me know what you think.